and you need to defend yourself all the time. As you may heard, I file...
We're a very supportive environment for women. I mean, I think any guest will tell you that.
Saw this coming.
The long-standing daytime talk show The View has officially been shut down, marking one of the most shocking collapses in television history. The abrupt cancellation follows a massive defamation lawsuit led by none other than former First Lady Melania Trump, who had endured relentless attacks from the show for years. What started as constant mockery, speculation, and outright false claims about her personal life has now resulted in a legal reckoning that forced ABC to take drastic action, pulling the plug on one of its most controversial programs. For years, The View maintained its reputation as a left-leaning panel show where co-hosts like Whoopi Goldberg, Joy Behar, and Sunny Hostin openly criticized conservative figures. Melania Trump, in particular, had been subjected to repeated baseless accusations. From ridiculing her accent to fabricating narratives about her marriage, the show made her a recurring target. While Melania remained silent for a long time, she was quietly gathering evidence.
He lost the last time, and for the last 4 years, all we've heard is, I won, they were mean to me, they were mean to me, I won.
Great to see you. Welcome back.
Good morning. Thank you. Good morning.
I guess the first thing is congratulations.
When she finally took legal action, it turned out to be a devastating blow that neither ABC nor The View saw coming. Melania's legal team reportedly exposed years of blatant defamation, proving that The View had not only spread falsehoods, but did so with deliberate malice. Her lawyers compiled multiple instances in which co-hosts falsely claimed she despised her husband, wanted to leave the White House, and engaged in dubious financial dealings, none of which were ever substantiated. Since these allegations were presented as facts rather than opinions, ABC found itself in an unwinnable legal battle. Faced with overwhelming evidence, the network had no choice but to cut its losses and terminate the show. The decision to cancel The View was not taken lightly, but inside sources suggest that ABC executives were in full crisis mode. The lawsuit was about more than just one talk show. It raised serious concerns about the network's overall accountability.
I want to also thank my beautiful wife, Melania, First Lady.
ABC's legal advisors warned that allowing the show to continue broadcasting, given its history of legally questionable commentary, would expose the company to further lawsuits from other individuals who had been similarly defamed. One of the most unexpected aspects of this controversy was the involvement of The View's legendary creator, Barbara Walters. Though she had long retired from the show, insiders claim she was forced to step in to prevent ABC from completely crumbling under the weight of the scandal. Walters, who originally envisioned The View as a platform for diverse perspectives, was reportedly horrified at how it had devolved into what many critics dubbed a leftist attack machine. What was once meant to be a forum for balanced discussions had turned into a one-sided narrative, where conservative viewpoints were not only debated, but outright vilified. Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar, two of the most outspoken and controversial co-hosts, were reportedly caught off guard by the sudden cancellation. Goldberg, furious over the decision, is allegedly scrambling behind the scenes, making desperate calls to ABC executives in an attempt to salvage her career. Meanwhile, Joy Behar is reportedly in a state of panic. Having spent decades spewing hostility towards conservatives, she now finds herself without a platform and struggling to figure out her next move. Sunny Hostin,
our success and brilliance, and they're questioning that he has narcissistic disorder. Number one, do you think that's a mental illness, narcissism?
who often positioned herself as The View's legal authority, is now facing career destruction of her own. Melania's lawsuit specifically named Hostin in its claims, citing her reckless commentary as a major factor in the defamation case. ABC, in an attempt to contain the fallout, had no choice but to immediately sever ties with Hostin. The irony is undeniable. Hostin, who frequently lectured Americans about ethics and justice, is now unemployed due to actual defamation. Behind the scenes at ABC, the situation has been nothing short of disastrous. Executives are scrambling to mitigate the financial losses and repair the network's battered reputation. The View was once one of ABC's top-rated daytime programs, generating millions in advertising revenue. However, as lawsuits piled up and advertisers pulled out, the network realized it could no longer justify keeping the show on the air. The decision to cancel it was made under intense pressure, with insiders suggesting that more lawsuits may still be on the horizon. If Melania's legal victory was enough to shut down The View, some speculate that Donald Trump himself may be preparing his own lawsuit against ABC. For years, The View acted as an all-out anti-Trump propaganda machine, attacking him, his policies, and his supporters with reckless abandon. Now, with Trump back in power as the 47th president, there is widespread belief that he will seize this opportunity to hold the network accountable. The repercussions of this case extend far beyond one talk show. ABC is now in serious trouble, and The View's cancellation may not be enough to shield the network from further damage.
Take out everybody that has any of those characteristics, then you're going to take out a lot of people.
Melania's legal team has already made moves to challenge ABC's broadcasting license, sending a clear message that media outlets can no longer spread misinformation without consequences. Major networks like CNN and MSNBC are reportedly watching the situation with growing unease, realizing that if The View could be taken down over defamation, they might be next. This legal victory for Melania Trump also serves as a warning to other media organizations that have spent years pushing narratives without factual basis. The days of unchecked slander and reckless speculation appear to be coming to an end, ushering in a new era of media accountability. Even late-night talk shows, long known for mocking conservative figures without facing any pushback, are now reportedly concerned that they too could face legal challenges. The collapse of The View marks a cultural shift. For years, left-leaning media outlets operated under the assumption that they could say anything about conservatives without facing consequences. But now, the balance of power has changed. The Trump family, once ridiculed and dismissed, has proven that they are ready to fight back and win. For Whoopi Goldberg, Joy Behar, and Sunny Hostin, this marks the likely end of their careers. Their credibility has been shattered, and their futures in media now hang by a thread. Without The View, they are left scrambling for relevance, but with legal troubles looming, finding new opportunities may be an uphill battle. As for Melania Trump, she has emerged victorious. For years, the media attempted to frame her as weak, silent, and powerless.
In the past 2 months, and look at the camera and do a legal apology for all the stuff that she said on the...
Sonny's dumb. Certainly not the brightest person. And what she just said just doesn't make any sense. It's just like so silly to say. It's not a well thought out.
But by taking legal action and securing one of the most significant media shutdowns in history, she has proven otherwise. This victory cements her as a formidable force, someone who will no longer tolerate baseless defamation. ABC's decision to cancel The View is not just about ending a single program. It represents a watershed moment for the entire media landscape. With legal teams circling other networks, the precedent set by this case is bound to send shockwaves through the industry. The mainstream media is now learning the hard way that spreading misinformation has real consequences, and The View's downfall may just be the beginning of a larger reckoning. In the end, the very show that spent years attacking conservatives has now been taken down by the very individuals it sought to discredit. The View is officially off the air, its co-hosts disgraced, and ABC left to deal with the mess it created. The era of unchecked slander and politically motivated attacks may finally be coming to an end, and for many, that is a victory worth celebrating.